and today we're going to be talking about how to create an online course that sells. Hi everyone, Amy Walker here, and welcome to the CEO Spot. This is your place for business tips, and today we're going to be talking about how to create an online course that sells. There are so many places where you can go and you can learn the logistics of the funnel and the conversion campaigns, and we'll do videos on that, but that's not what this video is today. This video is on how to build a course that actually sells, that people engage with, that they like, that they recommend to their friends, and that you have retention on. Because there are an endless amount of courses out there, and I want you to have a really, really good one. I don't like when people create and sell garbage, and I don't want you to create and sell garbage, and I'm sure you don't want that either. So let's talk about how to build and structure your course to get the highest value, so that you can get the price point that you want and you can get the number of clients and the volume that you're looking for. My first question for you is, what are you trying to build? Are you trying to build a low-cost, high-volume program, or are you trying to create a high-end experience? Because the construction of your offering is going to be a little bit different. So if you're going for volume, what your clients are going to be looking for is great information, easy delivery. You're going to want to build in some tracking. You're going to want to build in some engagement there and community. And that's really what they're looking for. I have had clients sign up for low-cost programs and want that high-end experience, and you just kind of have to put the boundaries on and say, you know, I do that over here, but this is what's included with what you get. But I think for the most part, when you have those clients that sign up for something that's, you know, under a couple $100s, I think that they know that what they're getting is a kind of an experience where they're going to get something of value, but they're not expecting you to step in and be their private health coach or their private life coach or their private business consultant. So what they're looking for, again, is great content, easy delivery. If it's hard for them to get access to your stuff or it's inconvenient, that's going to be a problem. One of the things that I like to do is when I'm recording the videos, do them in short segments. So instead of doing an hour-and-a-half long video, do 15-minute videos, because it makes it easier for your clients to watch it. If they've got 15 minutes, they can jump on and watch a video, which is great. It also makes it way easier for you when you need to do course updates, because now you don't have to redo an hour-and-a-half video. You can redo a 15-minute video and you just plug it right in where the last one was. So we love it as content creators, and they love it as content consumers. Also, they're going to want community. They're going to want to have a place where they can come and ask questions, where they can engage with other people who are doing this as well. Facebook groups is a great place to manage this. I've got a private client Facebook group that I've been running for the past 6.5 years, and it's just a great place for people to be able to pop in what they're working on, ask questions, get feedback from me and from my team, and I think that's pretty much what they want. Great content, easy delivery, community, and then the last one that I would say is that they're going to want to have some sense of like accountability check-in. Now, in an inexpensive program, that could be things as simple as selecting the right platform that allows you to be able to monitor their progress, and then you can connect it to your email marketing, and you can send messages when they hit certain benchmarks in their progress, congratulating them or encouraging them. Now let's talk about a membership site. If you want to keep and retain clients inside of a membership model, I think you're going to need everything that we talked about with the low-cost model, plus you're going to need a little bit more. So a couple of things that we do in our Coaching on Demand program: we have the great content, we have the community that they can be a part of, we have a really great user interface, and we try to make that experience really smooth. But one of the things that we do for retention is we actually offer certification levels. And so when they finish a certain course inside of Coaching on Demand, like let's say they finish the marketing course, then they're going to actually get a certificate of completion, and then they're going to get an email that lets them select their next course. When they have 3 of the courses completed, they become a silver level certified business. When they have 5 levels completed, that's a gold level certification, and platinum becomes that's seven levels at platinum. And so what that allows us to do is be able to give them that seal of approval that they can put on their website as a stamp saying, hey, I have actively gone through training to be certified to do business and do business well. So that's something that you can do as well, is have incentives, have gifts when they complete or when they stay for a certain amount of time, to just keep yourself fresh in their mind and keep them engaged. The other thing that I would really recommend that you pay attention to is, where's the natural dip point? Everybody has that, right? Where you're real excited about something and then you kind of naturally start to lose interest. Do something at that point to draw them back in. There is a friend of mine, Darren Adams, works for Infusionsoft, and he was telling me about a client of his who they have that natural dip off point, and right before it happens, they send people brownies. And because they send them brownies in the mail, their retention rate has gone way up. Because why would you cancel a subscription from someone that just sent you brownies, right? So think through what's going to naturally happen as they start to dip off, and then what are you going to do to counterbalance it? If you are going high end, there's different ways that you can make a high-end experience while maintaining balance over your time. One-on-one high-end is going to always have a natural cap for how many clients you can have if you're going to work with them personally. So I always look at, how can I create a high-end experience that we can actually handle some volume in. Now, I'm coaching on demand. My goal for volume there is never going to look the same as like my CEO mastermind or even my individual consulting clients. That volume is going to be different depending on each of those because of how hands-on it is for me. And that's normal. But some of the things that I've done in high-end programs in the past that have helped to add the value without necessarily increasing my time. One is the video content. So your content, if you can record it and you can have those in modules that then they can go through, that is something you record once, and let me tell you, it takes a lot of time, but from there on, you're going to have that content that you can reuse time and time again. Another thing that can be really useful as an add-in is masterminding. So you can get your clients together, you can assign them accountability partners, you can assign them mastermind groups where they get together and they have guided discussions that they hold, and they get tons of value out of it, and it can be fairly hands-off for you. Another thing that you can do that creates a great high-level experience is bring your people together in person and spoil them. I had a program that I ran a few years ago where I took them to the spa, and we loved it. We had a great time. They got to relax. Well, it wasn't just the spa. We went to the beach. We stayed in a big house. We did some personal work, and we did some business work, and we did play, took them out to dinner, we did an escape room, but we just had this retreat that was a rejuvenating retreat that we did, and it was one of the best things I've done in my business to this day. So much fun. We laughed until we cried. I've also done retreats where there are 3 days of work and strategy. So those retreats kind of create that in-person experience. Now, they might not work for everyone, and they might not work for you all the time. I go through seasons with my family where I'm like, retreats are not working for me right now, and that's okay. I'm just throwing out their ideas so you can kind of start to put it together. But I think here's when I look at all of the ideas and I kind of sum it up for how do I decide what goes into a program. I'm always thinking through the content. How do I ensure that the content's going to be really, really good? I'm also thinking through the experience. How do I create an experience that is going to be life or business changing for them? I'm thinking through the delivery. How am I going to deliver the great content that I have in a way that's going to be great for them? I also think through the community. what type of a community do they get to be a part of, and how am I going to make that work? And then the other thing that I think through is, how am I personally going to show up and deliver? So am I doing one-on-ones? Am I doing group calls? But at the high-end level, you really need yourself in the mix. You know, in the mid price point or the lower price point, you can have other people coaching for you. You can have other people doing pieces of the puzzle. But at that high-end offering, you really do need to be in the mix, because that's why people paid you. That's what they're there for. So how are you going to put yourself in? Is it going to be that you host retreats? Is it going to be group calls? Is it going to be one-on-one? Is it going to be power days? You get to decide, but you do want to put yourself in the mix. So for this video, and we may make others on different parts of the funnel, but for this video, what I want you to really think through is, how can I construct a better program? Create something that's awesome. Don't just slap information together and send it out into the world, because I have seen some brilliant information with some terrible delivery. And those are not the programs that get recommendations and repeat business. So go in there and build a great program, and tell us in the comments, what are you creating? What are you building? Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and go ahead and share with your friends. If you have questions or comments, join us on the CEO Spot. It's our private Facebook group, and we would love to have you there to interact with all of us as business owners. Have a great day, everyone.